Hi everyone, this is Tejal here today, and today is a small tutorial on how I made this little tile. I did get a couple of emails asking me if I could show how I made this little tile. So this is what I'm going to show you today, step by step. And just a little info that after I made this tile, I added a little jump ring and a little mobile dangler to this. So now this one is ready to go on my purse. And I think it looks pretty cute. So let's get started with our tutorial. I'm starting off with a couple of pieces of cardstock that I've cut 2 inches by 2 inches. Now if you want a thick base, you can layer up these two if you're making a dangler. But if you're going to add it to your scrapbook page, or if you're going to add it as a centerpiece of your card, I think a single layer of cardstock would absolutely do. I'm going to be using some gorgeous paper from Prima Firefly collection. I have a hard time deciding if I want to cut this or no, but for the sake of this charm today, I will cut it. If you see these papers, you would believe, I think you would also hoard along with me on these gorgeous. I think I'm going to be using this one. No, yeah, I'll probably end up using this one. So Firefly, don't forget. Okay, so now that I have this, I need a 2 by 2 square, and then I'm going to adhere it down. Now the last time that I used Dimensional Magic, I forgot to mention one thing about this, is that you can use your Dimensional Magic as an adhesive. It's not just a topping or just a layer that you can put on top, but you can use this as a glue as well. So I'll be using this when I'm making this. So let's just cut this paper down to size. Now I have my Fiskars trimmer, and Crafter's Corner has just gotten an excellent new trimmer, 12 by 12 inch. You can check it out in the store, or you could just leave an email for Shalini. I've been using this trimmer for the last 7 years, and till date it is perfect. It's absolutely no issues, it's not dulled, nothing. So if you want a trimmer that will last you for a very long time, I would say go for a guillotine trimmer. So now my papers are cut, and let's see which piece. Probably pick one with a little bit of pink. Okay, so now I have my base piece ready. I'm just going to assemble the pieces first and then glue everything down. That is what makes the most sense to me. Now I need the center glitter piece. Now that is going to be so much fun. I have a little square over here which is going to go on top over here. Now to adhere the glitter, you can either use a glitter paper if you have one, or create your own little glitter paper using your double-sided tape. Now I have this awesome Tombow double-sided tape. For this, I have this really awesome glitter. A friend of mine sent it to me from the US. I really don't know what brand it is, but I think I'm going to go with the little bit of a pink one. We have a lot of Martha Stewart glitter coming to the store pretty soon, and I think you could pick up some of those. Now what I'm going to do is this has a fabulous cap so that your glue will not stick anywhere else, the tape, and it locks back in, won't keep flipping back and forth when you're using it. It just locks back in. Now I'm just going to run the tape and make sure I cover the whole cardstock. Okay, I think I've got the whole thing covered. Lift it up, turn it around, and now I'm going to dump my glitter on this. I hope I've got the whole piece covered. When you're doing this, please don't keep your fan switched on. Now once you've added your glitter, just take your finger and burnish the glitter completely. And you have your fabulous glitter piece ready. So we have 2 pieces done. Ooh, looks nice. Okay, now I need the butterflies that I'm going to add. I'm going to be using the Stampin'Dust butterflies, and I've already got it mounted on my acrylic block. And because this is a medium where there is a chance your ink might bleed, I would always suggest please use StazOn, because StazOn is a permanent ink, and you will get pretty good results with it. So, and whenever you have StazOn, do not discard this cover, because this is the cover that's going to protect your StazOn from drying out. So let's get stamping away. Now once you've stamped with StazOn, always use your solvent stamp cleaner and just clean off your stamp, because if you don't, your ink is going to stay on it. So it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, now I want something permanent to color these, so I'm going to pick up my big markers. Let's take a pink one. Pink. This is a set of 24 that I have. We have a set of 26 in the store, so you could probably pick that. Now with alcohol inks, you just have to be a little careful, or your ink may bleed, because alcohol markers don't gently get well together. So now that is done, just cut them out real quickly. Probably speed it up when I'm cutting. Now I need a charm for this. So I'm just trying to put together and see how it looks. So maybe I'll have this. I wanted a little bit of a travel theme, so I took out this charm. Of course, you could pick out any charms you want. You could even pick up a big Eiffel Tower if you could. I could even add that over here. That would be nice. I could add the little letterbox. But today I think I'll go with this little one, because I think it's very pretty. Now I need, maybe I could add it's the same way. Now I need the little words that I'm going to use in between. Where are they? Okay. I have these words printed out on my Microsoft Word and just printed on a laser printer. Now either I could use all of them as they are, or just cut them out and then place individual pieces. And again, my trimmer comes in handy. Up and see how they go. Okay, so now that everything looks pretty good, let's start gluing everything down. So I'll start off with my cardstock. Use this. I'm going to use this to glue it down. Then comes my glitter piece. Again, just gluing it down. Now comes the little labels that I have to put together, and then the butterflies will go on top, and then lastly the charm. I'm going to use dimensional magic to glue them down. So just a small dab of and then you go for the second one. And I wanted to use the clear part of the dimensional magic, so my bottle has been lying upright for a couple of hours now. Now there's just one little trick I'm showing you. Whenever you fussy cut out images, take a black marker and run along the outside edge so that you don't see any of the white paper through. It makes a lot of difference to your final product when you do this. So again, a little bit of dimensional magic. Just hold them down for a couple of seconds. Now there is one thing, the previous time that I made this, the colors ran. So if you want, if you are scared that maybe your colors will run, you can do one thing. You can give a single coat of Mod Podge all over this, let it dry, so that the Mod Podge will seal everything, and then you can go back and apply your dimensional magic. So I'll just go in. Just take a paintbrush, take some Mod Podge and just give it a slight thin coat. And leave it aside to dry for say 3-4 hours, or as and when you feel it's dry enough. And using a craft mat, meaning I don't have to worry about it, it'll just wash right off with water. So now I'm leaving this aside to dry, and then I'll get back in a while. Okay, so now this Mod Podge has completely dried up. So now we just have the last step remaining, adding your dimensional magic on top. Now one more thing, if you're going to convert this into a charm, or if you want to use this as a dangler, now would be the right time to punch a hole through this. You can use any of your hand punches, your 1/4, 1/16, 1/18, whatever punches you have. And once before this, because now I'm not going to be using this as a dangler, I'm going to be applying this to a card, so I don't need anything. But if you're going to be using this as a dangler as I have, take your Mod Podge and seal the back also, so that it won't get damaged any further. Since I'm not going to be doing that, I'll just do this, and keep something small underneath this, any box or anything tiny that will support it, and then you can just take your dimensional magic and completely cover your tile. Now one thing, once this dries, you give it 12 to 24 hours to dry, and then you can apply another layer. And as I said, whenever you're letting this dry, leave this in a dry environment, no fan, and nothing cold. And if you have pets in the house, cover this with any box or something, so that dust or anything shouldn't get onto this. It would be pretty irritating to see dust settled once your dimensional magic dries. So there you have it. This tile is done. Now I'll let this dry for a couple of hours, say around 12 hours, and then go over it with another layer of dimensional magic. And I'll definitely put up the pics once this has dried to show you how this looks. So I do hope you try this using your dimensional magic, all your different products that you have, and create something really new and interesting. So see you soon with another tutorial. Ta-ta.